Really?
Okay, fam, we are back with another episode of Unapologetically D, and we are in our pop culture series. And it just so happens that today is Christmas Eve. So, happy Christmas Eve. I don't even think that makes any sense. So, how about this? Merry Christmas, and I decided that in the spirit of the holidays and the fact that we've got Christmas and then next week New Year's, I thought it would be fun to talk about some very crazy and wild and very unexpected holiday traditions around the world, and also with some celebrities that we all know, maybe some we love, maybe some we could do without. So let's get into it. Holiday traditions around the world. Matter of fact, wild and unbelievable holiday traditions around the world. Now, I'm going to leave this first one for the last one because I was like, no, this really cannot be the case. Okay, so in Spain, we're in Spain now. At the stroke of midnight, people eat 12 grapes in 12 seconds. One grape represents 1 month of luck. The thought is this: if you're able to eat the grapes and survive the grapes, then you should be good for the year. I mean, you know what? Everybody has their own different things. Now we're moving on to Ecuador. Oh, first of all, let me say this. It's up there. It's up there. Go ahead. I'll give you a few minutes. Not a few minutes. We're going to take up a couple seconds. Hit the subscribe. Hit it. Now you're part of the Unapologetically D family. Welcome. Welcome. We have fun around here. Let's talk about some more things. We're going to move on to number 2, which is Ecuador. Let's get into it. All right. Ecuador. Burning effigies. An effigy is it's basically like a symbolic thing. It can be made from paper, cloth, wood, or straw. Now, what they do in Ecuador is they burn the effigies. Giant paper dolls. The paper dolls could be of politicians, celebrities, or even exes. The takeaway from this is that they want to basically release the things that you can't like yell at anymore, be mad at anymore, things that maybe might have pissed you off, brought you anger, frustration. Burn it up and have some closure. Latin America, the suitcase run. At midnight, people run around the block with luggage to manifest travel. My girlfriend Sarah, did you do this when you were down there? Didn't you spend some time down in Latin America, girl? Because you'd be traveling all over the world. So yeah, that's Latin America. Why would you be running around the block with a suitcase and have it explain that to your neighbors? Unless you know what's going on and you are in Latin America. Yeah. So Latin America, grab your bags and run around the block to manifest some travel. That is Latin America. Number 4, in Japan. You know how here in the United States, I'm not sure about other countries when it comes to what is typically eaten on Christmas, but here in the United States, it's typically a pretty big menu of multiple things, maybe not as much as Thanksgiving, but kind of, sort of, with a twist. That's what I will say. In Japan, KFC Christmas. KFC Christmas. Christmas dinner is fried chicken. People pre-order weeks in advance. You ain't having no ham, no turkey, just a bucket of chicken and some very good times. A jolly good time, as Santa himself would say. Different, but hey, to each their own. Family. Like I said, these are wild and crazy traditions, Christmas, New Year's Eve, you're going to have to hit subscribe. Join the Unapologetically D family. Here, we do all kinds of crazy stuff. And at the end of the year, I decided I wanted to do some fun things. We are in the pop culture series. And today we are talking about wild and crazy traditions around the world. And then we're going to get into some celebrities here in just a moment. Hang with me. Time to move on to the United States of America. The Polar Bear Plunge, or it's called something else. And I've done it before, fam. And guess what? I'm going to be doing it again this year in 2026. So basically what we do, if you're here in the United States, you know, you take yourself down to a body of water and it is not warm. Here in the United States of America, in every state. Here in Washington, it certainly is not warm. What do? Go jump in the water. Basically, like doing a cold bath, cold plunge, you are rinsing away all the things that took place the year before that you want to leave behind in the dust. That is the Polar Bear Plunge. And it symbolizes renewal. All right. And then when you live down in the South, black-eyed peas and collard greens. Now, look, I can eat me some collard greens year-round. And I am not in the South, but collard greens are good. Ooh, go back and watch my video, actually. Go watch my video on me making some greens. Anyway, a Southern tradition for wealth and prosperity. So, on the first of the year, you need to eat your black-eyed peas and collard greens. And that, again, symbolizes wealth and prosperity. Don't have to go to the gym. But down in the South, you got to eat yourself some peas. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a couple of more. And then we're going to talk about some celebrities. Hang with me, fam. Hang with me. Oh, I got to get back to the other one. That's right. That first one that I forgot. We left it for the last one. So it's not a couple more, family. It's just one more. This one, you're going to be looking like, really? That's what people do? In Spain, I already talked about the 12 grapes at midnight. Also in Spain, the nativity scenes include a small figurine squatting and taking a dump. Taking a dookie. A poop. It's supposed to believe the belief is that it will bring good luck and prosperity. So in the actual nativity scene, they put a figurine of a person that is going to the bathroom, and it is supposed to bring good luck and prosperity. That is probably the most shocking. Never knew that was a thing. Okay, Spain. All right, family. And that very wild and unexpected tradition that takes place in Spain is called the Caganer. Cagane. Now we're going to move on to some celebrity traditions. And we're going to start off with Miss Mariah Carey. And because of the fact that, she is like the Christmas queen, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on her. So, Mariah Carey, she jokes that she unfreezes. During Christmas time, she comes out and she's got the All I Want for Christmas song that everybody knows has been a chart topper for many, many years. So I'm going to share some fun facts with you about Miss Mariah Carey, that song, and just her in general. So here we go, family. Let's talk about Miss Mariah Carey and the queen that she is. So, Mariah co-wrote and recorded the song All I Want for Christmas Is You in 1994, and it was written in about 15 minutes. The song was inspired by classic Phil Spector-style Christmas records from the 1960s. It did not hit number one immediately when released because Billboard did not allow holiday songs on the Hot 100 at the time. That's an interesting fact. Decades later, it became a yearly chart monster, hitting number one in the Billboard Hot 100 multiple years in a row. a rare achievement, but you know, she's a queen. It's considered one of the most streamed holiday songs of all time. And Mariah got some swag too. Even her voice, like, baby, when she talks, you don't expect that voice to come out of her. I'm not talking about her singing voice. I'm talking about her talking voice. Very sexy. It is considered one of the most streamed holiday songs of all time. Mariah reportedly earns millions every year from this one song alone. She is one of the only artists that has her holiday music is basically just as noticeable, even probably could be in some areas more noticeable around the world than her regular music. Okay, Mariah, you know we see you, girl. Let's talk about some more things, like your Las Vegas residency. Because that right there, fam, that is a woman that I would not mind going to see in concert, because Sister Girl got some pipes. Yes, she does. So I said it earlier about Miss Mariah being the queen, but technically, she really is known as the Queen of Christmas around the world. And that is a title that she has held for a long time, and fans love it. They soak it up. Some radio stations will not play Christmas music until Mariah says, here you go, here's the signal. Merry Christmas, which, like I said, came out in 1994, is considered one of the best-selling Christmas albums of all time. Later, Mariah released Merry Christmas to You and proved that she could do it all over again. So, with her Las Vegas residency, headlining a Las Vegas residency at a major strip venue, blending career-spanning hits, high fashion looks, Christmas classics during the holiday season. And she got, you know, Mariah, the girl is a fashion queen. So not only is she the Christmas queen, but she's a fashion queen, which means she's going to have wardrobe changes. The production is not just some piddly-wink swap meet Louis, you know, you could do it overnight. No, she puts a lot into the production of her shows, and fans will dress up in festive looks to match her energy. You know, that residency, Mariah says it cemented her as a legacy artist. Look, yes, 100%, but I will tell you this. I don't know how long the residency has been going on, but by the time this airs, which is going to be not very long from now, you'll have that information up there. Mariah has been a queen, a legacy for many, many years. This, I believe, was the extra, the bonus for the fans worldwide. So anyways, Miss Mariah Carey, people, Miss Mariah Carey. Her Christmas success helped reignite her catalog streaming every year. She's one of the few artists, like I said, whose holiday brand is as strong as her regular music brand. And again, Mariah Carey, she don't chase the trends. No. She said some fam. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Hang with me, fam. So moving right along as we talk about our celebrities and their interesting, unexpected, maybe crazy holiday traditions. And since we just did Miss Mariah, the Queen of Christmas herself, why not talk about Nick Cannon? You know, why not? Multiple holiday schedules with all them kids. It's not like he can be in one place or in multiple places all at the same time. So, he has openly talked about rotating holiday schedules to spend time with all them kids he got and their moms. That's a lot. But that's what he does. I ain't going down him because he's taking time with all... I ain't going to fault him because we ain't judgmental over here. But, that seems like a lot. But you know what, though? The man doing what he needs to do to be with all his kids. So, there you have it. Madonna utilizes New Year as a rebirth ceremony. Miss Madonna. Come on, Vogue. Yeah. Let your body move to the music. Move to the music. Anyway. She uses a new year as a rebirth ceremony. She treats New Year's Eve like a spiritual rebirth. Okay? Meditation, rituals, whatever, intentional resets, and symbolism, whatever the symbolism, I'm not sure what that part means, but intentional resets. So maybe I'll do a little bit, I'm going to do a little bit more research before I put this out, and I'm going to put what it means, because, Madonna, she's been around for a minute, and sister girl, she does some interesting things. Okay, so let's move on to the next celebrity. Hang with me, fam. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Drum roll, please. The Kardashians. Christmas is like the biggest holiday for that family. They got their New Year's Eve celebration, which has been moved to different family members' homes in the past years, hosted by Courtney, and I think maybe Chloe might be the only one that hasn't hosted a New Year's Eve. But anyways, Chloe, come on, girlfriend. Good American. Miami. One of them. I'll be told, because, I got some curves, girl. I will be an ambassador for you. I will sport your clothes everywhere like you don't need more. You don't need any more. But I'll be one. Yes. Kim. This ain't Skims. This is the Swap Meet Louie version. You want to send me some Skims, girl? I will gladly. Courtney, you want to send me some gummies? Kendall, I know you got some tequila. I don't drink tequila, but you send me some of that. You still do the teeth things? Moon? And Kylie. Clothing? Makeup? I'll take either. Come on, ladies. Anyway. So, big parties. Chris, she's a G. But, I just saw something where Chloe said that she'd be inviting random people, the person that, helped her, drew her blood or something like a lot of years ago. I don't know. They're a fun family. I like them. But there's dress codes. They got production teams because, of course, they have their show. And themes. They go all out. So, but I love to see that. I love that for them. We've got some non-traditional holidays coming with the Smiths, or Will and Jada, as you know them. But they are a very non-traditional family. So hang with me. Let's talk about what their interesting traditions might be. What do you think it is? I know what I think. Hit the subscribe button. It's right up there. Hit the subscribe button, because you're here with me, your host, ABCD. And we got things to say. And we, towards the end of the year, and family, we are doing all things pop culture. And we're talking about wild and crazy traditions right now around this time of the year, Christmas and New Year's. So, fun. Hang with me. Hit the subscribe button. Join the Unapologetically D family. But we're going to get into the next celebrity. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to, like I said, Will and Jada Smith. Very non-traditional. Interesting to have them come up after the Kardashians, because everybody knows all that stuff that went down with you-know-who and Jordan. TT and Jordan. So, Will and Jada. We'll spend a couple more seconds on them. They, very non-traditional, and openly discussed redefining family tradition and not forcing the conventional, what is it considered the normal structure. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about the Smiths. You know I love me some Will and I love me some Jada. Set it off. Yes, I do. Men in Black. Will was running down that street, wasn't he? Okay, so as a matter of fact, it says they reject traditional marriage. Personal evolution over perfection. You know, there's been all kinds of little whispers here and there about them and their relationship, him and certain people that he was in movies with, and then all that stuff came out about her and Homeboy some time ago. Then the thing with Chris Rock took place, and and then he was like shunned in a way, but she still supported him. And then now I keep seeing him pop up, and he's like all over the world doing all kinds of things. I said, Will, you better do what you need to do then, bro. You better do what you need to do. He connected with the motherland. He went back there, got the support. Since then, I think the most recent one was I saw him like on a barge somewhere breaking through ice in like Antarctica or something. So anyways, I digress each and every time. So basically, people love each of them separately or together. Their children, talented individuals. Jaden's doing his thing. I'll put it up here right now with fashion. I love me some fashion. It's nice to see that. And then Willow with her music. It says that they allow for their kids to question authority, explore their identity freely, which you can see if you look at them in their clothing and how they present themselves, and then speak publicly about their emotions, creativity, and mental health with family. Let me tell you something. Mental health. We have talked about it in previous episodes. I will talk about it in future episodes. Is so important, mental health. And to be able to talk about it when you have a platform to do so, hats off to them. The media platform that changed celebrity conversations. Hello, Red Table Talk. Jada and her mom and her daughter and the conversations that took place. That situation that I mentioned earlier. They talked all about that over on there. Multi-generational conversations, very important for you to be able to connect with all the different people in your family and talk about things that take place, not just to one, but to multiple. Maybe some very controversial topics. And then family members that speak directly to the public. Come on, Will and Jada. So what you do might not be traditional, but you have taken what you have and you have utilized the platform even through the adversity, which shows that you are human. I am drawn to real people. Yes, thank you. Because that is what the culture is all about. Everybody's not perfect, people. Just because they're celebrities doesn't mean that they don't have problems. So thank you for being real, Will and Jada. Let's move on to some more celebrities. So family, you know what the cool thing about all of these is that everybody's tradition is different. One of the things that I say all the time is that the beauty of being who you are and the differences should be celebrated because every individual is different. That's why Unapologetically D is where it's at, fam, because I have so many things to say with so many different types of people as guests. And guess what? We are all unapologetic. We say it like it is, but every single person is different. Tradition doesn't have to be the same thing for everybody as the guests the celebrities that I've already discussed or talked about have proven. We're going to move on to a couple more. Snoop Dogg. Same ritual, different year, which is very similar to a Mr. Ryan Seacrest, who I have titled as the Consistency King. Same countdown every year and on time. Same countdown every year on time. Shows me that he's probably a planner. I love that. Snoop Dogg, same ritual, different year. Snoop is known for keeping his holiday and New Year's rituals consistent. Consistency, love consistency. Same people, same vibe, elevated energy. Now, I wonder if him and Martha be doing anything together. I mean, they're doing all this other stuff together, right? They got their cooking stuff together. They got their venture with the wine. Okay, Martha, you know we see you, girl. Yeah, so Snoop and Ryan. Consistency. Serena Williams likes to focus on her family and do a reset, spending quality time grounded in family reflection and preparation. Very quiet, very intentional, and purpose-driven. Kevin Hart, public accountability reset. So he makes a point to make everybody know that this is what he plans on doing and utilizes the public as his accountability coach. And then there was one more, which is a drastic difference from that last one. And that is a Mr. Anderson Cooper. He has a New Year's Eve tequila honesty celebration or tradition, which every year on CNN, Anderson gets on progressively more real. Or he gets progressively more real as he sips his tequila. Okay, Anderson, we see you. And I love Anderson because he's friends with Andy, who is like the best. And Andy, I've been watching you for a minute. I know you'll never see this podcast, but let me tell you something. I've been watching you for a minute. What I would do to be able to have a conversation with you, with all those reality TV people that you be talking to and interviewing on a regular basis. Come on now, Andy. And you throw shade like no other. With all those big personalities, Andy. Okay, I see you, and so does everybody else. There was one more I wanted to talk about. Miss J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. Look, it said glow up reset. Jennifer, I feel like Jennifer has been glowing up for a minute. And she's doing her thing. And does the woman age, honestly? And dance? That is an understatement. Jennifer, each year, new hair, her energy changes. It might be a little bit more brighter. And a new chapter. And guess what? She just starred in that movie, which I talked about in a previous episode, which I think is a complete change from what she has done in the past. So I want to see it because I almost feel as though it might go back to when she was in Selena, because I believe that there is some music that is involved with the movie. So I'm going to put the name of it up here. You know what else I'm going to put up there? Subscribe. Hit the button. Hit it. I'm giving you time right now. We're going to give you some seconds. Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Hit it. So, regardless of whether or not you are running around your block with your carry-on, burning an effigy, jumping into the freezing cold water, trying to get yourself so cold that you need to sit in front of an open fire to warm yourself up, or eating 12 grapes. Your tradition is your tradition, and we should celebrate it. Everybody is different. That's one of the beauties of being who you are. Keep on sparkling and shining, kings and queens. Something that would make this even more fun is if you could share some of your holiday traditions with me. Take a couple of seconds, drop the information below. I want to hear about your New Year's or Christmas holiday traditions that you swear by. Is it funny? Is it wild? Is it meaningful? Does it matter? I want to know about all of it. So tell me, drop the comments below or send me a message. Depending on where you're seeing this, send me an instant message. Family, I'm telling you right now, Unapologetically D is just getting started. This has been nothing short of amazing. Having a moment to do something that is fun and exciting and informative and, just information that you maybe didn't know, but now you do, and it's like fun information to know. Why not take some time to do that? Yes, we do definitely have to do the serious stuff 100%. But again, 2026 is going to be bringing you all kinds of new things, including fitness content, very honest food reviews, and business reviews, partnerships, etc. Food. We will be cooking with D. So just go on ahead and join the Unapologetically D family. Go ahead. I already gave you some time, but I'll give you some more. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it. It's up there. Hit it. And join the family. And with that being said, I am wishing you to have the most amazing Christmas, because you should. It's been a year, family, and we're not even done yet. So we're still going through it. So have an amazing Christmas. Thank you for being a part of the Unapologetically D family. If you have not yet hit subscribe, do it now. Do it now. Merry Christmas. We'll be back next week for our final episode of the year. Boop.